Okay, so we started as a team building company to do team building retreats, and we focused at three kinds of retreats. We focused at doing public retreats where we get a diversity of so many people, like around 120 people from different aspects and different industries of the society, and getting them all together in 4 days, 3-night experience. And this is what made us the huge PR, and we got known for these public retreats. But under the hood, we work generally on two main kinds of retreats. We work on the B2B retreats, so we go to the companies and we compete with the traditional team building providers. So we provide the team buildings in a different way, where we focus really on the deeper networking between people and each other, and we focus on the well-being of every individual. So we believe that every institution is made up by some individuals, and when we focus around these individuals and the relationship between them and each other, it definitely affects the work environment. It definitely affects how these people work together. It definitely increases the empathy between these people and each other. So we moved also from this B2B to focus around the industries. So we started doing some industry-based retreats. So starting 2018, we did an employment retreat in partnership with Wazzaf. So we gathered in collaboration with Wazzaf the main stakeholders working on the employment issue in Egypt, and we took them to a 3-day, 2-night experience, and it was amazing seeing the collaborations being built between these people and each others, and the connections and the support and how they took it forward, that we actually repeated the employment retreat again in 2019. And we also did the employment retreat this year, or last year in 2019, where we got the stakeholders that we were able to reach in the education industry or the education sector, and got these people to speak and to talk to each other and to start generating conversations, generating collaborations between them and each other. We also did it for the scale-up companies, so we started seeing the sector or the startups that started growing from just being a startup, and that the normal resources that we see every day for startups, that they're not anymore very relevant to them. So we took around 50 companies or 50 CEOs in 2018 and 2019, and we took them to a 3-day, 2-night experience, and we saw the different types of conversations these people start generating or having with each other when they sit completely away from investors, away from executives, away from all the other influencers that usually influence the conversations to get them to lobby about something or something like that, and they just talked freely about the issues that they're facing as scale-up companies, that they're trying to either exit, either scale into different markets, either hire more experts, or move from being a bigger startup into being an SME or a corporate. And this year, actually in 2020, we're working on repeating all the retreats or all the industry retreats. So we're having in our calendar normally the education, the employment, and the scale-ups, but we're increasing 3 different topics this year. We're increasing the FinTech retreat, where we're talking to industry experts and stakeholders, main stakeholders in the FinTech industry, to get them to do a retreat like this for the FinTech industry. And also we're getting the stakeholders of e-commerce to do an e-commerce retreat as well. And the third retreat is the green retreat, where we're talking about the green economy and the green companies in actually the region. We're targeting the region with these industry retreats. Okay, so before we get started to introduce our speakers and introduce the activities, we'd like for the people to get to know the crowd, because we always complain that people go to a lot of events. We were just in a very good Google event this morning, and the networking part was very organic, and we completely try to organize this organic kind of networking into getting it to be more organized or more forced to help everyone to get to know everyone. So I would like to ask you please all to stand up for a second. Yes. عشان كده بكلم. ماشي وهتجيبهم. ماشي. ارجع بقى باللي فات ده كله. انا اسمي عبد القادر. اوكي. ماشي. عشان برضو احنا عادة بنبقى عايزين الايفنتس والاحداث اللي بنعملها تبقى بالعربي، فشكرا يا استاذ ايمن. فهنبدا حد محتاج اعيد اي حاجه؟ مش طيب. هنبدا ان احنا بس نتعرف على بعض، نتعرف الناس تبقى عارفه مين الناس اللي في الاوضه، عشان بس يبقى في سنس اوف الناس عارفه قد ايه الناس اللي موجوده ريليفنت، او قد ايه الناس اللي موجوده مرتبطه بالحدث اللي احنا موجودين فيه النهارده. فممكن اطلب منكم تقفوا. ايوه ماشي. في 5 ثواني كده كل واحد يبدا يبص على الناس اللي في الاوضه ويبدا يحدد هو مش عارف مين. ماشي. ويا ريت نبدا نيجي هنا في النص، يعني الناس اللي ورا نبدا كلنا نيجي في النص ونعمل جروبس اوف 5، يعني نعمل كل 5 كده مش عارفين بعض يعملوا جروب ويبداوا يتعرفوا بالطريقه اللي انا هطلبها منكم دلوقتي. يبداوا يتعرفوا اولا، يقولوا لبعض اسامي بعض. بعد ما يقولوا لبعض اسامي بعض يقولوا لبعض هم بيشتغلوا في ايه، ويقولوا لبعض هم ليه جايين هنا النهارده. واهم حاجه في الاربعه ان هم يقولوا لبعض هو ايه الحاجه اللي عندهم اللي دايما ممكن يقدروا يساعدوا بيها الناس، ايه الريسورس اللي هو دايما هم كونفيدنت منه الناس لما بتطلبوا منهم هم بيقدروا يساعدوا بيه الناس. فهقول اكزامبل ان انا اسمي عبد القادر، بشتغل في المقر والرحله، اقدر اساعد الناس كلها في اي حد بيحتاج مساعده في اللوجيستكس ريجاردنج السبيسز والاوفيسز بتاعته، او ان هو عايز يعمل تيم بيلدينج ريتريت، او حد بيبدا ستارت اب وعايز مساعده ان هو يوصل للريسورسز فيها، لانه we're connected to a huge community of thousands of members of this community. ولو حد عايز يعمل بزنس ديفلوبمنت، سنس ان انا بمانج البزنس ديفلوبمنت في الشركات دي، فبس ممكن تبداوا دلوقتي جروبس اوف 5 نبدا نتعرف على بعض بالطريقه دي. يس ماشي. ممكن نرجع بقى من بره. تعالى بقى. ايوه بس انا بحب اساعد الناس تقف مع بعض.